Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today was a special Fiverr order. Someone clicked on that link down below and said, hey, I want you to check out my Kickstarter. And so today I'm very excited to be checking out the 51st most popular project in all of games. That is Hellbringer. Dive into the darkness of a dungeon to slay a powerful demon in the solo/cooperative card and dice game. So I like the fact that they tried to put this here, but I can't see this. I can't read what it says here. The player count, the time length, the age, I would bump that up. A lot of unused space over here. I would zoom in on something. By trying to zoom in on everything, everything just looks small and I can't make out any of the details. Now I imagine when I click on the actual image and I get to that point, it's going to look a lot better. But for right here, I feel like this is just a lot of unused space. And over here, I can barely even see what's going on. I think that's a big box and these are small boxes, but I can't be sure at this range. Other than that, I do like the fact we mentioned it's solo, we mentioned it's cooperative, so 1 to 4, 45 minutes per player. So wow, this could be a 3-hour one potentially, and that's a big box, 2 smaller boxes. That's a marker. Okay, cool. I would zoom in maybe on this or that, something here. I would zoom in on it. I don't know what it is yet. I'll know once we get through the Kickstarter page. But right now, the main image I don't think is doing this any services. And then apparently it was a giant demon monster. I couldn't tell from the outside looking in. But, as always, inspired by Diablo. I do like that, though. As always, when you go in the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go! Theming. It's theming. Diablo theming. Penny drops loot.
Fight against the minions of hell in this dark fantasy roguelike card game. Gather up to 4 courageous allies and explore the depths of hell. Battle the demonic forces that reign there and claim victory by defeating the final demon in the dungeon. Play as a hero, venturing into the darkness and choose between 6
So far, nothing about this has seemed different from any other solo to 4-player dungeon crawler out there. Presumably with minis. This one might not have minis. That might be what sets it apart, a more reasonable price. But so far, nothing has stood out to me. I might just mention a little bit earlier what is different about this from all the other dungeon crawlers out there. The Diablo-esque ones where it's like, you know, the one that comes to my mind, the one from CGE. Sanctum, where it's like, yeah, you got the inventory slot, here's your armor, here's where this goes, here's what that goes. A lot of games do that. I need to see what's different.
Classes. Choose among the 10 scenarios that will lead you into the dungeon.
Okay, so I do like that. I maybe mentioned that in the offset. This is going to have at a bare minimum 10 games that you're going to want to play, 10 different scenarios.
As you venture on your quest, you will find 5 locations. The graveyard, the crypt, the cave, hell, and the tomb. Every card dives you deeper into the dark dungeon, revealing new locations and combat cards that bring on even more monsters.
I like those cards.
To defend yourself against these enemies, you will draw cards from the common draw pile.
It's a circle?
Skills, items,
I think it's just showcasing the artwork.
Potions, defense cards,
and the cards.
Tome cards with special effects that will reveal more about your current scenario. In order to attack monsters, you will classify them on the enemy board according to your perception. No matter where they are classified,
I feel like we're going too deep in the weeds here.
Enemies will act according to the enemy dice. They may attack the players, your companions, or miss.
Like, honestly, at this point, if I'm not sold on it, I'm out. Like, because I'm, like, it's just, I just kind of want to get to what's different, what's unique, and it's just, I feel like you're just walking me through the rules here. And that's not what I want to be sold. I haven't been sold yet. It seems like a lot of other games so far.
At once. Combine your...
This is what I feel like is the big thing here. You got the dry erase going on down here. That's really cool. I guess it's great for bookkeeping.
Your own attack to kill greater enemies and get rewarded every time. Level up 1 attribute of your choice permanently and customize your hero.
Oh, cool. That's neat.
In co-op, share attribute points to players in need. Assign them a companion and trade cards to other players to help you in your foolish quest. No matter how many times you will try, you will need more than luck in Hellbringer.
I did like that last shot. I think I'm getting like a pandemic-y style box. Like that general size. I always like to know at least kind of what size the box is. After the video, do I want it? Like, it looks like an interesting enough game, but I don't feel like I'm convinced that I have to give this money right now. Which is at the end of the day what you need to do, because there's 50 other games literally on top of you trying to get your money, trying to get their money. But it already is funded, $22,000. That's awesome. But after the video, do I want it? Yeah, not really. I'm not convinced. I don't see what's different, what's unique, why I have to have this. I haven't been wowed by a price or a particular mechanism. It doesn't really stand out to me from any other game of the ilk. So, 3 created, 17 backs. While Hellbringer might be my first successful Kickstarter, this will be my 5th published game. Very creative and artistic. I'm very active within the French-Canadian game designer community with my education in computer. Cool. Mention the games. That's what I want to know. So let's see. Hellbringer, and we could BGG that, but we don't do that at first, because hopefully they'll spotlight what they've done if we need to. But let's get back into it. So, can you do it? What was the would you? So this is the game. What do you choose? This game came out. No, this one was not funded. This one is not funded. Okay, so there's nothing there that's definitive yes or no on the can you do it. Hellbringer. So this is now a different size box. So now I don't like this. We're getting weird with the box sizes. This looks much more like a square box, whereas the last one looked more rectangular. Okay. So, yeah, setups from the game. There's the big thing, the big cool aspect. What is Hellbringer? It's a solo cards and dice. Here's the game. You equip the stuff, go on encounters, kill stuff, level up. The leveling up, it doesn't look that super exciting. I feel like that might be something too. I was hoping a little bit more asymmetry aside from just the gear. It's just like, oh, I'm just one stronger. I don't know. The gameplay alone is an easy 4 out of 5. I enjoyed killing the enemy to build up my character. I really enjoyed what I've done so far, and I'm eager to dive back into it again. Okay. I don't have anything else in my collection that provides the same gameplay or experience, and that's exciting for me. I really want to see it get published and get my hands on the finished project. Now, I do like that. That provides the same gameplay experience. So they're saying it's different. It's different enough. What makes it different, though? That's what I'd like to know. Hellbringer is a certified solo game of goodness. Does everything I look for in a game. I do like that, spotlighting the solo. Character projection, beautiful art, loot, and accessibility to the dungeon crawl genre. Maybe it's just I didn't quite understand 100% how the upgrading works. But I'm not excited for it yet, and that sounds like the big thing where I should be excited, especially if it's going to go over 10 different scenarios. So, assumably, can I keep it from one to the next? I think more people deserve to play this game. If you are a fan of roguelike deck builders, dig deck builders. Okay, so I feel like this is the first time we've mentioned the word deck builder. Is it? Yeah. Is that so? That I would mention earlier. I would have that in the marquee potentially, if that was not. Let me double check that. Yeah, deck building. You just say card and dice game. That's so incredibly generic. Like, that tells me absolutely nothing. Card and dice. Yeah, most games have cards or dice. So I feel like deck building. I would be way more specific, hammer home that point, because that's going to be a certain genre that a lot of people are just, their ears will immediately perk up, especially if the price is right. And nothing game component-wise has me feeling that the price is going to be wrong here. Which hopefully we get to the price soon. I think more people deserve to play this game. If you're a fan of roguelike deck builders, dig card mechanics, and killing lots and lots of got it. Today's daily reveal. Infernal difficulty. You'd like to space up the game even more? Try the Infernal difficulty and a class restriction and a special effect. Got it. Updated every day around 10 a.m. So we're going to reveal something every day. So 65 Canadian. What's that? United States. I convert the currencies. Always. Majority of the time, you're going to have the most people from the United States of America. Boom. And you did great. 70 Canada. That's great. That's fantastic. But you still have more in the United States. And you should just, always convert the currency. Because $65, I'm like, it's over $5 over MSRP. And now I say $47. So now we're looking $13 over MSRP to the typical United States of America. That's what I'm thinking. So immediately, that means potentially we should have shipping in here. Because if this is going to be super expensive shipping, we should be in and out the door at $60 or less, round about that. And that is a gamble that I am more than willing to make on a first-time publisher, even though they have done 5 other games, which we'll get to a little bit later. So, price, very reasonable. I'd spotlight that. I'd spotlight that way more. Like, once again, this huge blank open area. Why not just put $47? Now, granted, I know that's not the pledge level you want me to take because there's 2 other boxes right here that you're trying to spotlight. But once again, I couldn't really see much of anything in that image. I think that main image is definitely an anchor around the foot there. 240 unique cards. That's fantastic. Showing the inches, standard size. That's a huge chunk of cards. And honestly, deck builder, $47, 240 cards. Roguelite, 1 to 4 players, I'm in. I feel like a lot of solo gamers would be willing to take the stab right there, just those words right there. Especially when I saw the cards, you showcased the cards, I think did a good job, showing me there's lots of different ways that these cards are going to be able to mesh together because there's lots of text on the cards. It's not primarily iconography or anything like that, which gets me more excited about the game. I just feel like we're not focusing on the right things. Potentially 13 companions, 7 defense card, 10 potions, 40 items. Yeah, now that I know deck building, I look at this game in a whole different perspective. I'm more excited about this game because of my biases, which is that I love deck building games. So I 100% would mention that somewhere way earlier, potentially in the marquee, instead of dice and card game. Like, I'm not excited because it's a dice and card. What else is it going to be? 1 enemy board, 17 inches by 11. Nice. Okay. 4 chalkboard markers. So this is the same thing that they have on Twilight Inscription. I do believe the same type of basic thing. I think those are chalkboard markers. So, okay. 1 rule booklet, 28 pages. Hopefully I can see this somewhere else. 44-page scenario booklet. No. This is... Nah. That I hate. Why is this so far buried down here? 10 scenarios, 44-page scenario booklet, and I now have an immediately different viewpoint of what this game is from that video, which once again I feel like just dealt way too much in the rule booklet and not enough in showcasing the great stuff here. 44-page scenario booklet, 10 different scenarios, deck building, 1 to 4 player co-op. And then we have the expansion, which presumably are just going to add more cards to the game. We're sitting at 95 Canadian. You didn't convert the currency once again. Let's see, it's $69. That's it? $69 in and out the door for the premium version that I want. I feel like that's a fantastic price that we spotlight. We either say starting at $47 or $69 for everything, and that includes over... so it says it's going to be 380 cards, because I'm assuming they both have 70. No, this says 57. So still, we're sitting at over 360 cards for $69 in and out the door. We haven't talked about the shipping yet, but I still think that that's a fantastic price. For a deck builder, yeah, I'm in. I think a lot of people are in. I love this zoomed in so I can see a little bit more of the text in the cards, but I love this. I want this. I feel like everyone's going to want this. I feel like this is probably going to be the most popular pledge level. Yep, 110 to 28. I would be pounding my chest way harder about that. Leading off, $69, United States of American. I'd also have the euros there as well. Quest and events, expansion, cool. I want the stuff. I already want it. I don't even care. The price is reasonable. So what's it come with? 1 event board, quest events, and then the demon tier. Okay. What's this? This is a dice add-on, deck holder add-on. No? No thanks. Let's see. Am I just out of touch? 74? No, it's a 20. Yeah, it's a 20 people. So no, most people. Then we have the all-in. 134. What does it give me? Everything. Dice tray add-on. Okay. Set of dice add-on. Yeah. Card sleeves add-on. Yeah. Deck holder add-on. Playmat add-on. Playmat. I would say that's hot, but that playmat doesn't look... It looks very functional. I'll give it that. It looks very functional, which does... I do like that, actually. That actually does... You know what? I'm looking at it for what it is right now, but that's not what you're going to see. You're going to see it with all the cards on it. It's going to look much more impressive. And it's going to be very functional and easy to set up. So I get that. I get that tier. I see why there's 74 people there. Still the most popular one is that $69 one, which once again, I think that's a fantastic pledge. I think that's a great pledge. And they agreed, apparently, because this is the all-in. Yeah, this just is no bueno. You're focusing on way too much here. I can't see anything. So this is the dice tray. No thanks. It doesn't even have anything. Like, how is this 20 bucks? Like, this is... Like, that looks something I could get on Alibaba. Like, okay. Set of dice, same thing. Like, I get it. There's 5, like, okay. They don't look, like, fancy. Why do I need these? Why do I need extra ones of these? So you just have more... I don't know. That's a weird one. The deck holder. This just looks like something randomly 3D printed. I am so out of touch. Card sleeves. Okay. Playmat. Got it. Playmat. That looks hot. Ooh, rule booklet. All right. What do we got? Contents. Game setup. Oh, don't like. Okay. I would not a big fan of the content section. The game setup. Okay. Ooh, that looks nice. Don't like all that wasted artwork there. Oh, all this. So this is I hate this because when you put this much artwork into a rule booklet, you don't realize it, but you are essentially doubling down that you believe your rule booklet is going to be absolutely spectacular. Because if your rule booklet is not absolutely spectacular and you wasted this much space on useless artwork, and this comes from me being someone who actually does a Fiverr level where I critique rule booklets, I cannot stand this. Your rule booklet had better be freaking fantastic if you're going to put this much useless artwork in here. Because if it's not, people are going to be like, wow, I wish they really would put more in like the card clarification instead of this giant ant on page. Like it looks to be at least 3 pages. I'm just curious. This is just nitpicking now, but it's not nitpicking. I think it's a big deal. Okay. Hopefully that rule booklet is fantastic. Either way, you can read it. You can find out for yourself. Download the scenario booklet. Ooh, I love that. That's fantastic too. Hot diggity dog. Now this one I don't mind if there's a bunch of artwork in because whatever. It's a scenario booklet. Oh, lots of text. Okay, what is this? Scan QR with your phone. Oh, a soundtrack? You haven't mentioned this yet. That sounds cool. Tabletop simulator demo? Wow. Okay, very nice. What is this?
Now that we've seen the content of the game,
So this is just a full 30 minutes if you want to know absolutely everything about the game. Cool. Excellent. I honestly feel like it should probably be higher, but great. The expansion's over. Everything about it, great. Rule booklet, awesome. Stretch goals. Hate this being buried so far down. I always say, like, when you first launch your Kickstarter, fine. You want to put it at the bottom, whatever. But once you get funded, like, now your goal is not to get funded anymore. It's to hit these stretch goals and make your game as good as possible. So I would put this way higher. So 26,500 Canadian. We got it. 6 starter cards. A second starter card for every class will be added to all tiers. That sounds hot. Special item set. Great. So we're just going to be adding more cards. This looks fantastic. What are these? This is weird. Special item set at 32,500. That looks... Woo! I want all this. I want to hit all this. This looks great. I would put this way higher. There is lots of effort clearly put in to this this social and stretch goal area. It's for it to be buried just so far down. Same with the shipping. Like, honestly, that's what I'm looking for here. But this is great. So we got daily reveals every day. We have stretch goals that look like awesome stretch goals. Yeah, I mentioned it's a deck builder way earlier on, and that even makes those stretch goals even more exciting to me. What are we talking about now? Daily. So these are all the daily reveals. Cool. You can unlock special... So this is... I do like this. Great sorcerer combo. Sometimes good combos are always cards from your class. So this is just kind of giving me an extra couple sentences talking about all this. I would put this higher. I don't like that video. Yeah, that video I think is a real... is rough. But I think maybe we lead with this. We lead with the fantastic price. We lead with 240 unique cards. Because that is the one thing that I think the video really did a good job of. Not getting me hyped about the game, but getting me hyped about the information on the cards and how all the cards are going to be different. And then when I find out it's a deck builder, I'm like, oh, okay. For that price, very reasonably priced. I feel like we are just playing patsy cake with the shipping, though. It is just so far buried down here. We got the video dump. Yep, video dump. Okay, whatever. You got the quotes up, fire. Fine, video dump. Why is a video dump more important than... And that's... Why is that more important than shipping? How's that... It's not. It's not. Like, some of the videos, the ones you put up higher, you clearly saw that these were important videos, you put them up way higher. But then the video dump above the shipping, come on. Now we just got gameplay stuff above the shipping, come on. Music above the shipping, come on. Why? Ugh. Okay, shipping cost. It's just, and I know it's industry standard, and I'm trying to slowly change that, because there's no good reason why it is. So, $40. Canadian, once again, you're making me convert the currencies. That's super annoying because despite the fact you're not directly marketing to the United States of America, you've shown that by not converting the currencies for me at all. Even though you did give me inches in the descriptions, which I thought was nice. But Okay, so what is my sweet price? That original price was like 47, great price. Now goes to, oh golly, 20 Canadian. All right, 20 Canadian to USA. Let's see, $14. So now I'm sitting at $61. I'm $1 over MSRP. Done, in and out the door. That $69 one, once again, the most popular pledge level, and I think it's a banger of a stretch level. 25, so I'm looking at 25 on top of that. That's not much. That's not much. What's that going to give us? Like 16? 18, so it's $19. We'll just round it up. So I'm looking at 78, $88. 2 expansions base game. I think either of those are pretty decent pledge levels. Yeah, I would, okay. It's not great shipping, but it's not bad shipping. It's not a deal breaker. So how much is it? I don't think that's not carrying the weight. I think the positioning of it, not the best. FAQ, whoa. This is pretty. I like it. Wow. This is the first. I gotta get a post-it note. Reload from Colossal Games, you've been dethroned. I think this is now officially my new favorite way to do an FAQ section. What the hell? This looks fantastic. They put little flags. That's a half-point grade bump up. That's for me personally. Oh my God. Why? This is great. I just want to stay on this page forever. That's beautiful. Okay, updates. Focus. 2 comments. Yeah, it was great. 0 comments. There's 1 comment. 3 comments. 19. So this is undoubtedly update. Oh, so it's just misspelled. Whatevs. So I hate these updates. I immediately hate them because number 4. Oh, wow, I'm excited for number 4. Like, what is number 4? Tell me, let me know without having to click the email. You think that you're the only Kickstarter that I'm backing? Probably not. So I want to know something going into this, why I should be excited. This one, I see a video. That's exciting. Oh, there's a video update? Wow, look at there.
This update.
That's awesome. Hello, everyone. Another great day. We have now reached the 60% mark of the funding goal. I'm really, really happy to see the community growing. Thanks you so much for joining in that. Would you like me to... So this is a pool. So 15 comments and more, and it's done. So trying to say, hey, let's try and get to this number so we can... And it works. It works. Awesome. Would you like to show you the next stretch goal on the list? Enter your answer in the comments. So yeah, it's unlocked. Grow, go, go. Comment 14. So Eric cheated. Whatevs. Doesn't matter to you. Kickstarter just sees people are commenting in there. That's an interesting strategy. They're doing some interesting stuff here. I really like it. Any thoughts to a tier between Demon and All In that is the core expansion playmat and card holder? Most don't need more dice sets with a bundle price. Yeah, the dice, like, no. I feel like those 2 add-ons are the biggest to give quality of life upgrades. Still hoping to see more on the playmat soon. But I did hear you talk up the card holder a lot on the live stream due to the bottom card being pulled often, so I'm weighing my options. Okay, so coming in here, doing some good customer service. That looks good. So let's check this out. Hellbringer. You didn't mention your pedigree at all, so I'm just curious what the other games are rated. Not looking at the rating of this one right now, 15,000, just because the game's not out yet, so that doesn't seem like that's a fair thing to do. So I thought you designed other games. Okay. So that's why they didn't spotlight the pedigree, because there is no pedigree. That's whatevs. Alright, so final grade. Do I want it? Yes, I do. There was a quote. Filled me in finally. This was a deck builder. Which maybe was in the video, but I just kind of glossed over when I felt like he got way too deep in the rules. Can you do it? That one's a bit concerning. That one always scares me. Because we're not just making the game here. We're making a game. We're making 2 expansions. We're making extra dice packs that are going to be on the side. Unless we're assembling this games ourselves. Which, it is what it is. I'm not here to judge. Which I doubt that's what they're doing, though. We have a very unique component right here with this. That concerns me a little bit. Like, I'll be, like, straight up. Because We're not making one product. We're making one product, two products, three products. The dice on the side, that's four products. Those look pretty Alibaba, though, to be honest with you. So that one doesn't really concern me. If they were custom printed ones, like if they were like selling dice bags on the side and they were custom printed, it's different than if they're just regular dice bags. And a playmat. So we're making playmat. We're making the game. We're making 2 expansions. We're doing this little 3D printed weird thing. How's that getting shipped out? So we're making 5 products there. That concerns me a little bit, especially at the numbers that we're hitting. So can you do it? I don't feel warm and caressed. But that being said, you had a lot of stuff that you knew you needed to have, and I feel like the level of transparency in the updates is going to cancel that out with most people. And so I'm going to give them kudos on that. Like, the video updates in particular, like, that's great. That makes me feel a lot more comfortable. That also means that we're probably going to hear more about the process. So, yes, can you do it? I'm going to give it a pass here. I think that cancels out everything else. The open level of transparency showcased, I think, is a big plus here. So, can you do it? 50-50. But I think you're doing it the right way for being a first-time creator who has 2 failed projects under your belt. Because I'll be honest with you, sometimes people see that and they're like, that concerns me. But I feel like they're handling it the best way they could. So I like that. Do I want it? Yes, I do now, but the video didn't do it for me. The main image didn't do it for me. Can you do it? Yeah. How much is it? Very reasonably priced. I think we should absolutely 100% spotlight that. Starting at $47, 240 card deck builder, lots of unique text on the cards, different ways, asymmetry, 10, yeah, because there's the other thing. There's 10 scenarios here for $47, and it's a 44-page scenario book. I just don't feel like we're spotlighting certain things nearly enough, potentially at the marquee, because, yeah, this is just, like, looking at this, nothing here stands out at all when you're zoomed out, and even when you're zoomed in, nothing really stands out. And that main image, it just kind of sinks it for me. But, final grade, do I want it? Yes, I do. I love deck building. And it looks cool. Lots of text. I like this. It looks neat. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Don't know. How much is it? Very reasonably priced. Plus, this one has an added bonus. This clearly looks like one of those games that, fingers crossed, doesn't happen, but there's never a second print run of it, ever. And you love having games like that. It's like, oh yeah, it's like one of the top 3,000 games of all time. It only had one Kickstarter print run, and maybe, like, because we all like that. Everybody likes that feeling when you're the person who has that one copy of the game because another Kickstarter never happened. It's so weird to me that is in fact a kind of game that exists out there. Because when I first got into the hobby, that was not a thing. I don't know. I'm gonna go half-point grade bump up for that FAQ. I'm going to go with a C+. That main image, honestly, the video, but the game itself, I feel like there's a lot to spotlight here. The shipping's not terrible. I would reorganize. I feel like it's got everything it needs. I really do. It has like that full comprehensive video that kind of breaks down exactly how the game is played. We got the long, sexy scrolling shot with all the different components, and the components saddled with the price. But once again, know your market, and your market's the United States of America. More than half the people are going to back it are probably going to be from there. I would convert those currencies. I would bump that up higher. I'd bump those social goals up higher. I'd bump those stretch goals up higher since we are funded. And since you have great stretch goals, like they're bangers. So I'm going to go with a C+ on this one. Let me know in the comments below, though, what is your final grade for Hellbringer. As always, if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. And if you would like to get your Kickstarter critique, check out the Fiverr link down below. And if you're terrified about the idea of some loudmouth on the internet talking about your Kickstarter, then click on a different one of my Fivers, where I'll send the video just to you before you launch. But as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.